Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to my channel. My name is Nabila Melisha, and today I'm back doing alterations. I am about to thread my serger so I can serge the edges of the jumpsuit in white and gray thread because it's a silver jumpsuit. First I wanted to do all white, but I don't have that many spools of white right now, and I don't have any empty spools to thread. I'm wondering what is going on because this thread is kind of like stuck. Oh god. Let's see if I can find an empty spool. Or any more spools. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. I am going to just put some white thread on this right here, and I'm gonna do that by hand. Okay. Hi, it said, I see we both have a gown projects. I hope you have more time to finish yours than I have to finish mine. Last homecoming gown. Oh my goodness. I wish you so much luck. You got it. And I hope that your time frees up so that you can really do it. How have you been? It's always so good to see you here. I am putting some thread on a spool because I ran out of bobbins. I have a lot of bobbins and all of them are full, and I always fill them up because I collect them in cases. That way if I have a color and I'm in a rush, it's already, you know, filled up, and then I could just pull whatever color I need and just use it. I think this is just a tad bit more. For some reason, I always like doing this part. Ah. Yeah, I think that is enough. Ooh, the 18th. Okay. Today's the 1st, so you have 17 days. That should be enough time, I think. Depending on how extravagant it is, of course. Aw, I am keeping you in prayer. You got this. Hopefully, everything is working with you and not against you. You know, like the pattern making and the sewing part and all of it. I am doing alterations, and I also feel like I'm in a crunch for time because I have like a lot of people at once asking me for things, and so that always feels like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. And in reality it might not be a lot, but it does feel like it. But I have a jumpsuit that I have to shorten the hem for, and I'm about to serge it before shortening the hem. And then I have a dress that I'm doing the same thing for, shortening the hem. And it's all for the same client. But theirs is due on October 14th. Well, a couple days before then actually, but they need it by that date. So my goal is to do it now because right now it's kind of calm. And next week is when everybody wants something. So I don't want to wait with doing theirs. And then I also have a bridal client. Hers isn't due until November. But again, I don't want to wait to the last minute because then everything will pile up. And just in case she's like, hey, I need something else done, you know, then we have enough time for that. I am tying my thread on my serger so I don't have to rethread the entire thing. What is happening? My thread. So when you tie the ends together, then you can literally pull the strings through. Okay, you made a pattern from scratch. That is so good. Did you use a book or did you use some kind of guide? That is so nice. I need the details on this gown. Yes, the bridal gown is really pretty, but I'm not making it from scratch. I'm only doing the alterations. So, there goes my Apple Watch. It is dead. I haven't charged it in days. Okay, now. Okay. And so you kind of drew it on the paper just from the guidelines, from the measurements. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. That's really good. I had used this book to create a pattern from scratch, but I haven't finished it. It was really fun. I did it on YouTube Live. I need to go back and continue that because that was fun. But I am thinking that I might need to start that over because I know I gained weight. So my measurements might not be accurate anymore. So I'm pulling all these strings until they're all the way through instead of rethreading the machine, you know, from scratch. Okay, there we go. That was the last string. And then I just cut it. And then, wait, there's one more string, but this is that excess. Now I have all my strings. And the machine is threaded. Boom. I'm looking for a scrap piece. I know I just threw out all my scraps yesterday. Let's see. I found this. I don't know if I should use this. Let me see if I have something over here that I can use. Okay. This is what I practiced on. I had embroidered these beads and they're so pretty. I'm gonna frame them. I'm gonna cut them out and frame them because it's so gorgeous. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna cut off a piece. Actually, you know what? This is even better. This is the scrap from the jumpsuit I've been working on. So, thank you. I'm gonna actually test out on this fabric because what better than the actual material, right? So, let's see. I'm gonna start this side. And I'm doing this because when you kind of rethread the machine, sometimes it comes undone on the inside. So I'm just making sure that everything is perfect on the inside. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna test a longer piece just to make sure. It kind of pulls a little bit because of how stretchy it is, but the thread is at least good. I might actually loosen the tension. I'm gonna put them all on 4 because it seems that some of them were on 3. And then we're going to test another strip. Let's compare. I feel like this might be better, but I'm not sure that it is better. It is so pretty and it's super soft. Let's make these looser. I'm gonna go in between like 4.5 or something like that. Okay, test another strip. Nope, I don't like that. So we're gonna go back to, let's put them all on 3 actually. Put them all on 3 instead of 5. And test. Yep, I feel like 3 is the winner. I think that 3 looks the best and is the most relaxed because this fabric is a little stretchy and with the tension being too tight, it's kind of pulling. So now that we have that done, we're going to serge it. I kind of want my stitches on the top rather than the bottom, so what I'm gonna do is turn this inside out, and then I'm gonna put this one here so that it's not pulling as I'm holding it, because that'll cause some tension that is unwanted. And this machine cuts off as I sew, and to prevent that, I'm not going to put it under the blade, but rather right next to the blade, so it's softly touching the blade. I kind of want y'all to see more of it, so I'm gonna pull you in some. I don't think you can really see much, but let's try. Oh, this is tight. I can't. Okay. I hope y'all can see this. Can y'all? It's me. Okay, cool. The blue dots are the markings that I made yesterday. I marked where I want it to be cut, and then I marked where I want it to be folded over at. And these are heat erasable markers that I use. Ooh, my old thread got in the way. And although I'm lining it up to the side, little particles do get shaved off, but that's okay, because I have my main markings already. Just gonna release the fabric that's in the back. And so when you serge, you want to always leave a tail. And then when you have the next tail coming, you're going to serge over it. So essentially you'll cut off the existing tail and then create a new tail. So here it cuts off, cut off the tail, and then I'm going to sew over the area that it was at, and then create a new tail. There's my new tail. And the fabric for the most part is relaxed. Every now and then, like right here, well, this is where the whole situation happened, right there, but for the most part it's relaxed. Here it's like folded in a little bit, but it's not a big deal. All right, on to the next side. And I'm going to do the same thing, turning the fabric inside out so that I can easily access the leg while top stitching it. It doesn't matter too much, you know, with serging, but I just like it. I like the better looking side to be on the outside, which is why I turn it inside out. Okay, here comes the next tail. Okay. And perfecto. Okay, cool. So, first I was thinking of serging both of them and then doing the next thing. I don't know if I should do that or if I should complete it, because the next thing would be to hand sew it. I have this dark green thread, but this is more like it's a little brighter. I'm debating. I'm not gonna touch this one just yet because I don't know if I have any color that is similar or if I need to go shopping for it. So I'm gonna turn that off for now. My iron is right here. I'm going to turn it on. Okay. Put that right here. my hem. Gonna turn y'all down some, and then we're going to hand sew it, but first I'm going to press it. We got 1.25 inch hem. That's the size of the original hem as well. Let's make some. Do I have water in here? A little bit. Not enough. Let me go get some water. I'll be right back. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. Okay. Oh. Let me turn off my AC real quick. I had to grab my needle, thread, beeswax, and lip gloss. Hey, baby. Good afternoon. How are you? Okay. Now we can get started. Ooh. Okay. I'm doing great as well. Thank you for asking. How has your day been so far? Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a really good shift tonight. Hi, Divya. How are you? Okay. So we got this pressed. And now this is ready to hand sew, but first we're going to press the other side. You're most welcome. I'm going to hide the tail. So okay, last part. I'm just removing the marks that were left. That's it. I am thinking about what I should do. Part of me is like go to the park, go for a walk because the weather is nice and I haven't been nowhere yesterday all day. So I could do this at the park because it's hand sewing. I could just sit at the park and hand sew. I could do that. And I can search this one first so that when I go to the park, at least I have more to do there. Or I'm setting myself up for when I come back home. And because it gets darker sooner, I'm not gonna stay at the park for long. So I can also finish when I get back. I am thinking. But I'm also wondering about what thread to use. On that, I have this green. I feel like this might be a little bit too green. And I know I have a darker green. I think that maybe the darker green might work. Ooh, oops. Let's see. Let me put this to the side. Let's see. Those are the lighter ones. My dark green might be in my cubby. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I know, right? Sounds so peaceful because that's what it is. It's super peaceful. This is my dark green. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll pass. You know what I mean? Let me see. Yeah. I'm not in love with it. I think that I'm gonna go to the store and get me some. Thank you so much. I hope the same for you. Have a good night's shift. Good shift tonight. And I'll see you soon. So, yeah, it's giving go to the park. I need to make sure it's not cold because I see the wind blowing in the trees. See the trees moving. So yeah, I think that that's what I'm gonna do because I'm getting sleepy. I'm bored. I'm not so much bored, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I think that I'm gonna go to the outside and maybe take a popsicle with me or something. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in today's episode of What Are We Altering? I need to actually do that. Welcome to today's episode of Alterations with Nabila Milicia. Yes, every time I go outside, I always look at the weather app first to see the entire forecast of the day because I don't want to be outside lacking and then it starts raining, or sometimes you think it's gonna be hot and so you're dressed poorly and now you're super cold. But what I hate the most is when I think it's gonna be super cold outside and I layer up and I'm in thick clothes and then the sun is shining and it's hot. I hate that with a passion. And then when you take off your jacket, where you're gonna put it? Now you gotta carry it. And everybody's looking at you like, oh, you thought it was winter today? I hate that so much. So I always check the weather before I go. And if I can't tell from the temperature on my phone, then I go outside to really like feel what it feels like, you know? Because I feel like 21 Celsius in the summer is 21 Celsius different in the winter. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, so much better to be prepared than sorry. So much better. But I feel like, you know, 16 Celsius in the summer is really a different 16 Celsius in the winter. And it's like, I cannot be the only one. I really can't be the only one who feels like that. Because it's like, in the summer, it's a hot version of the temperature, but it's the same temperature. But in the winter, you have that cold breeze every now and then in between that cuts through your skin, if that makes sense. I don't know. Girl math, maybe. Either way, I am gonna let y'all be for the rest of the day. I hope y'all are wonderful and a lot more productive than I have been so far. But it's all good. Love y'all. See y'all very soon. Bye.